A recent Pulse Asia survey reveals most Filipinos still believe those responsible for the multi-billion peso flood control scandal will go to jail. The survey was conducted from December 12 to 15, 2025. The survey found that 59% of respondents believe the culprits will be held liable, while only 13% think they will escape punishment. Another 28% were unsure. Although still a majority, the 59% in December is 12 points lower than the 71% of respondents in September 2025 who believed the flood control culprits would be punished. 44% of Filipino adults believe the justice system can successfully prosecute high-level corruption cases like the flood control scandal. 24% expressed no confidence and 33% were unsure. Meanwhile, more respondents expressed distrust than trust in President Bongbong Marcos's ability to address the flood control scandal. Marcos received a 48% distrust rating compared with 30% trust, while 22% were undecided. The Senate earned 37% trust on the issue, alongside 23% distrust ratings. On the other hand, the House of Representatives earned 31% trust and 27% distrust ratings. The survey was conducted roughly a month after Marcos vowed that several flood control personalities, including lawmakers, would be jailed before Christmas last year. Of the major personalities expected to be jailed, only contractor Sara Diskaya surrendered to authorities on December 9. Questions surrounding flood control projects began when Marcos, in his 2024 State of the Nation address, said that 5,500 flood control projects had been completed under his term. Critics cast doubt on the figures amid persistent flooding at the time. During his SONA a year later, Marcos publicly scolded government officials involved in corruption tied to flood control projects and ordered an investigation. Malacanang says President Bongbong Marcos is ready for any impeachment complaint that may be filed against him. At a briefing on Monday, January 12, Palace Press Officer Claire Castro says the president is prepared for any scenario because he respects the Constitution and the legal process. She also says Marcos believes that members of Congress continue to trust him because he has committed no wrongdoing.
Ang Pangulo naman, handa naman po sa lahat ng pagkakataon dahil siya po ay gumagalang sa konstitusyon, gumagalang po siya sa proseso. Pero kung pag-uusapan po natin ay breach of public trust, dahil nabanggit ito tungkol sa di umanong pagpirma sa GAA. Ang Pangulo po, unang-una, hindi po siya nagnakaw ng pera. Pangalawa, siya po ang nagpapaimbestiga sa mga maaanumalyang flood control projects at maaaring naging sanhi ng korupsyon. Pangatlo, wala po siyang Mary Grace Piatos. Sa ngayon, tiwala pa rin po ang Pangulo na meron pong pagtitiwala rin sa kanya ang mga mambabatas dahil hindi naman po gumagawa ng kamalian ng Pangulo. Siya pa nga po ang pumortekta, lalong-lalo na ng 2025 budget.
Senior House Deputy Minority Leader Representative Edgar Erice earlier said that some lawmakers are reportedly planning to file an impeachment complaint against Marcos for betrayal of public trust, among other grounds. Erice said the lawmakers intend to impeach Marcos for allegedly being complicit in budget insertions made by cabinet members and his allies in Congress. He also cited Marcos's move of enacting what the lawmaker described as corruption-riddled budget laws from 2023 to 2025. Erice claimed that some members of groups he described as pro-vice president had contacted him to ask whether he could endorse an impeachment complaint against Marcos. At Monday's palace briefing, Castro dismisses the move and advises Vice President Sara Duterte's supporters to shift their focus to the Vice President instead.
Sa mga supporters po ng Vice Presidente na nagnanais po na magsampa ng impeachment complaint, mas maganda po siguro bago magturo at tumingin sa iba, tulungan muna nila ang idolo nila. Mas maganda po na masagot ang mga issue dahil sa nasabi nila ang paglalabas di umano ng balak ng mga supporter ng mga Duterte na magsampa ng impeachment. Sinasabi ng iba, ito para makaiwas di umano ang Vice Presidente sa mga isyung paglustay at mga di umanong pagtanggap ng pondo, milyong-milyong pondo mula sa mga drug lords. So mas magandang masagot po yan.
Castro previously dismissed impeachment rumors against Marcos as another political maneuver. She said the president would rather focus on delivering results that benefit the Filipino people. The International Criminal Court is rejecting a request from Rodrigo Duterte's legal team seeking to appeal an earlier ruling that denied their motion to access communications before the court's registry and the panel of experts assessing the former president's fitness to stand trial. On December 17, Duterte's defense filed a request. His team argued that the pretrial Chamber 1 committed a mistake by not considering the materiality of the information to the preparation of the defense or the potential risks to the investigation or witnesses. In a 5-page filing dated January 9, the pretrial chamber notes the exceptional nature of interlocutory appeals. It emphasizes that specific requirements must be met for leave to appeal to be granted. The chamber says the decision must involve an issue that would significantly affect either the fair and expeditious conduct of the proceedings or the outcome of the trial. Additionally, the chamber must view that an immediate resolution of the issue by the appeals chamber is warranted, as it may materially advance the proceedings. According to the court, an appealable issue is an identifiable subject or matter that requires a decision for resolution, not merely a point of disagreement or conflicting opinion. It adds that an appealable issue must arise from the relevant decision itself and cannot be a hypothetical concern or abstract legal question. The chamber notes that the defense repeats or develops arguments to bring issues to court again after they were already decided, including the defense's request for disclosure of communications. It also says that the defense misrepresented the chamber's previous decision. For these reasons, the chamber says it rejected Duterte's request. Electricity distributor Meralco announces cheaper power rates for January. In a briefing Monday, January 12, the company says electricity rates this month will be slashed by about 16 centavos per kilowatt hour. This brings down the overall rate for a typical household to 12 pesos and 95 centavos per kilowatt hour from 13 pesos and 11 centavos per kilowatt hour in December. This means that a typical household consuming 200 kilowatt hour a month will see a reduction of about 33 pesos in their electricity bill. According to Meralco, lower transmission and generation charges contributed to the overall rate reduction. The distributor says a lower transmission charge was due to lower ancillary service charges incurred by the National Grid Corporation of the Philippines from its ancillary service procurement agreements and the reserve market. Meanwhile, it says lower generation charges owed to lower charges from the wholesale electricity spot market and power supply agreements.